but I've always tried to better myself, and in a way, I kind of set my sight, my goals for achieving this level of artistry where I kind of became a persona that, just so that I became a persona. And so I started to, while I was doing all this minimalist art, I was unconsciously creating this online persona on Facebook, because I feel through Facebook we all kind of have an online persona, whether we're aware of it or not, or it doesn't all have to be as drastic as mine was. But I realized at the end of last year that the persona I had created online and who I was kind of becoming in real life kind of clashed, and I've worked towards almost instead of I'm trying to be more honest online, and then also more fantastical in a way in real life, so that I can merge the persona in myself and actually accomplish becoming that guy, becoming the piece, the object of the work, when since I am now self is the work of success. And achieving goals, like with the success of this work, it's really just a celebration of the artist. When it comes to art now, I've had this weird thing where I've stopped, all the mediums I see, I've stopped being entertained by them in a way, and I'm more interested in the artist who made them. And now I just focus more on the artist and who that is as a person, so I find that as like just a kaleidoscope of how intriguing and interesting the artist can be compared to the work. And while I consider the work incredibly interesting, it's interesting for me because it came out of someone. And so now I'm just exploring what is it when not only what I make is the work, but I am the work, and I am endless, and it doesn't need to begin, it doesn't need to end. It's just a continuous life consciousness that becomes the process and goes on forever. So, yeah, stuff like that.
Just might be a weird question, but where did you get all this stuff?
So I just picture the clothes. I really like clothes a lot. I really like how they're very transformative. You can wear one outfit 1 second, take it off, change into something else entirely. I love ways. It changes the way how other people perceive you, how you feel in them. It can create a different feeling just for yourself to go out in a certain outfit. And while I still feel the same, and I never consider what I'm doing an alter ego or a persona, I'm still able to wear whatever I want to wear, feel comfortable in it. And I feel, especially with all this clothing, I feel like in general, within our society, everyone's kind of wearing the same thing, and I don't know why we all have to kind of go to the same stores and buy the same cuts of clothing in the same colors, and have other people decide for us what's in, what's out every season. And so I kind of collect all these clothes, and I know fabrics and colors really inspire me. I just love to have them around. This is kind of like almost a recreation of like my bedroom / mind. So so it's a big collection of stuff, and I feel like within myself I've always been told that I do too much and that I talk too much, say too much. I want too many different mediums, want too many different subjects, and I feel like now that the subject's just me, I can discuss whatever I want because it's all relating back to me, and I'm able to still, like with these videos, discuss subjects of society, money, celebrity, I think I have a meaning of life chapters on here if you want to find that out, because I found that. So it's also, I have my memoirs. I'm able to do whatever I want, and it's all related back to me as the artist, and the work that I produce is just part of that. So it's been, I just like things, and it comes into the material. I feel very connected to it. So also Goodwill outlet, because then you can get stuff by the pound for $1. So that's how I've been able to collect all this stuff without actually spending that much money. So.
Do you feel like you were performance-wise?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I feel like even when I'm by myself, I still feel like I perform for myself, and everything I do from when I'm home, I still have my wigs on, and then when I go, it's maybe I'll take the shoes off. Though I'm in my house too. But it's good, a continuous performance, but I don't feel it. Like I said, I don't feel it ends. So it just goes on, and the way that the conversations I have with people, to the experiences that I experience with other people and myself, and how I affect other people, all relate back to the work and kind of normalizing what I do in a way, because I feel like not everyone has to do this, but at least if I choose to, it's good to normalize something that otherwise can be seen as, I mean, right now, there's so many people that just want to write it off immediately as persona, alter ego, or drag. And it's just like, well, we don't have to conform to any label since really everything's labeled to begin with. And yeah, so I feel, yes, definitely performance.
Do you find that performance is like fully integrated into your life, or do you actually like separate that at all for your own?
Well, it's been really interesting, like this summer, just to watch how the work has changed since the summer since I got the show. I knew it was going to happen. I kind of started almost with somewhat of a persona when I was on camera or something, and I knew kind of my voice kind of changed, everything. I was maybe a bit more, I was kind of like, it was more like, not an alter ego, but like extra ego. It was just a boost of what my personality already was. And so, but then I kind of would look back on that, and it did, the reason why it did look like more of a performance, I didn't like it. I didn't like that it wasn't as truthful as just me being myself. It was still somewhat of a character, and that wasn't what I was going after. I was still trying to just go for me as honestly as possible. And so now, since like up until this point, yeah, it's very hard to distinguish who I was 4 months ago, let alone a year ago, to who I am now. And the line's definitely been blurred, and it's been really interesting to kind of, you know, looking at all these photos and whatnot of me dressed up in my hometown. It's like, where does, I don't know, it's going to be at home too, like it's for the end, and I'm kind of thinking like, oh, now I have my old clothes, and I'm like, I'm not going to wear, they almost look like the weird clothes, like I'm not going to wear that, which is what I used to wear every single day last year. And I'm still so more comfortable now wearing what I want to wear, and it doesn't end.
It's kind of interesting to hear you talk about this because it always makes me think of Andy Warhol and like his sort of relationship to himself, where it's like he was never really critical of his persona, or you know, there's always this is this really Andy Warhol or something. So you're kind of just there's kind of a transparency. So it's kind of like a flip.
Well, yeah, I once again, like as an artist who is producing the art, you know, I love Andy Warhol's work, but what I'm really interested in is him. And I happened to, I read his philosophy of Andy Warhol. I read that this summer after I already started my own memoirs. And it was really crazy reading what he had to say, and his thoughts and opinions were really close to mine. And he was talking about going out with his work, and I've been thinking about work a lot, and you know, just loving the work, the running of just going for gut instinct, just making, and producing more and more, and not really having to stop and think too much about just letting it all flow out, and yeah, totally taking my personality with it. And so with him, I'm definitely interested in, yeah, the artist as the piece, as he totally is. And yeah, so, yes, there's something else.
Since you were talking about like the development of the work and how the ceremony the world years ago now, what I'm curious, like the development of this. Is this going to be extended? What should we expect?
Well, I plan on moving to New York in a year and extending myself out there. In the meantime, I'm going into I want to go into performance on stages here at local bars around town, and kind of as myself with performance, putting myself on the stage as the object. I mean, what else do you need? You know, I'm not a singer, so I'm not going to do that. I'll do performance, just being, once again, trying to be my honest self on stage, and also be entertaining, because I do consider this entertainment. And yeah, the growth has been crazy. It's been really weird, because when the work is yourself, when the work changes, you change. So it's just only been an experience to find out, just because whenever I have you know, an idea or an enlightenment against, you know, some idea, I realize that it's really just I'm talking about myself and my own personality and the way I think, how I think it, and it's all been changing in 4 months. It's been some rapid developments, but that's what makes it so interesting for me is that I'm changing with the work, and I don't know, it's just so cool. Because before it was just kind of, I felt like, you know, like my last show was really you know, I was proud of it, but at the same time, when I was done, it was that I felt like it was what art was supposed to look like, especially coming here as my first year. And I just missed making art that looked like what I saw other, you know, artists making, and thought, oh, this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be clean and simple and classy. And now I just feel like I can do. I mean, I wanted to, actually, I mean, like when I first got here, I had a dream before I even showed up here of me standing actually in this exact spot because I placed myself here on purpose. And it was, I didn't know what I was going to be standing in front of, but I wanted to be wearing this exact wig and platform shoes. And that was just the goal, was to have the Diego show. I never thought I was going to get one, and now this is my second one. And the idea just that I had a goal and it came true. And it was so exciting the night that I had the idea because I had a feeling I was going to get in. And I was so excited, I was like, oh my God. You know, like 5 months down the road, I was like, it's going to all come true to vision, it's going to happen, and here right now it's happening. So it's just like so cool that I can just produce and go with it. And though the work has changed along the way, the vision remains the same. And the fact that it's come to realization in this moment is pretty exciting. So, yeah.
It's interesting that you have made kind of like such a separation from your show last year, which I know well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, they are very different and very much involved, but there is still this kind of emphasis on what I feel is like honesty. You know, this is your life, and you are
Yeah.
it's very much just like honest presence in the now. And I feel like you can just, you know, you say performance, but you've also talked about how, which we usually assume means something that's not your
Right.
actual authentic self.
Yeah.
But you're also saying that this performance is your honest self, which I think there's this undeniable connection with your last work still too.
Well, it's so interesting because the last show was entirely about myself, which I didn't really realize until I was making it. That here I am, you know, I just got in with my teeth popped out. I kind of popped them out. They weren't really doing it. But, you know, so it's all about personal experience in the teeth and the sound of my ticking heart because it makes it sound like a clock. And you know, the text was all about, you know, it was a reference to my other piece. And it was still all about me. I just didn't really realize it. And then even the placards were all about me and still had humor in the placards, you know. And so now I feel like I was just kind of releasing the idea of what art's supposed to look like and stuff. It's still all about me. It's still humorous. So yeah, I've been thinking about that too, how it is really closely related, but as everyone that sees this one, it's very different. Yeah, the material that it changed.
I have a question about, you brought up your placards, and I thought it was interesting that you talk about process of your placard, and like, especially here, how you actually went about doing all of this, and almost, it makes sense now hearing about that this is all about you, because it's like a diary, or
Yeah, this has been my summer. it started in May, and it never stopped until after this Saturday when I take it down. Will I finally be able to maybe read a book again and go back to the gym and do things that I used to do. But yeah, it's like I really wanted to emphasize the work involved as we were talking about apathy earlier. I feel like our generation really does have a lot of apathy, and I feel like this is like the anti-apathy. Like I really put a lot of effort into this of just collecting things and thinking about it nonstop. All my friends are so tired of hearing about this show. You know, it's like, God, yeah. So I'm sure they're really excited for me to have it up so that I'll stop talking about it. And yeah, I mean, I feel like we should be working as hard as we can towards what we want. And in a way, like I want so much that I gotta work really hard for it. And I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to work insane amounts to get what I want. So it's so this is, you know, a dream come true, like literally to have all this happening. But it's like, yeah, I put in the effort, and for everything I do, I feel like if you put in the effort, you will get back what you want out of it. So, and yeah, just trying to fit your vision as much as possible.
You use the word collect. Do you consider this a catalog or an archive of your present self, or your future desired self? Or?
This is pretty present, I would say. Though I collect some of the stuff I've had for years, some of it I've only had for a week. But that's who I am. That's how we all kind of work. Is we collect things along the way, and sure, there's some things that aren't up here, some things that you know I wish could probably still be here. But yeah, I do collect. I feel like, especially with materials, we live in a very materialistic culture, and we do collect things that we like to vicariously live through and feel that it's a part of us. And with all these all this fabric, I love textiles so much. I love all the clothes. Yeah, it's definitely me. I collect this stuff just so I can hoard it and use it. And right now my apartment's covered in clothes, and I love it. So it's fun just to own, and yeah, I still like the material stuff, even though I do. Also, another thing that I discuss is just all these websites I have, because I just love not only this physical sprawl I also just love scrolling online, and I have like 7 websites, and they all trace back to me. And it's just more work, just more stuff that even when I'm not doing something like this, I'm still just working online, just so I can always be somewhere on someone's computer maybe, or being clicked on. I like right now I take over Google. If you type BB Gunn in with 2 N's, I will take up most of the page on Google, and then on the videos I take up like the first 6 pages. And I like that. So I just love sprawling out, and yeah, so it's just a continuous work. Well, yeah, it's never gonna stop, even after this Saturday. I'm gonna have so much to do. So, yeah, so I'm excited.
Does anybody else have any questions for BB Gunn?